Lana Del Rey recently performed at Coachella, and a lot of people were mentioning her dramatic weight loss. And congrats to her. I tweeted about this. I said, Lana is skinny again. We are so back. Nature is healing. I think that this is great for morale, especially as World War III is about to kick off. I think we needed this. This is good for society in general, but especially for Lana stans. And
for her health.
I've been questioned in my stan status for Lana for saying this.
Aww.
They're saying I'm a fake stan because if I didn't support her when she was fat, then I must be a fake stan.
Well, it's true.
If you can't handle me at my lupus overweight, then you don't deserve me at my Ozempic underweight.
That's true.
Everyone was saying that she must have been Ozempic maxing before Coachella, because I gotta be honest, the weight loss was pretty dramatic in only a span of a few months.
Maybe she's using it as inspiration for her music.
Yeah, and her upcoming album, her country album.
It's like, oh, I came back from the depths.
Yeah.
Also, better than ever.
Kino Corner commented and said, real fans stuck by her regardless of her weight. And I said, true, but we needed this to boost morale. And I stand by that. And then it was funny. He like tweeted about it later on and said, it's so funny how I'm getting hate for this when I don't even follow Lana. Like he's just getting involved
what
for
are the
for
stans
fun.
Called?
The Lana stans?
Yeah.
Well, some of them call themselves Lanitas.
Is she Hispanic? That sounds like a Hispanic.
It was one of her lyrics.
Oh, okay.
She called herself Lanita.
Oh.
So
right.
On Reddit, they started a thread against me, counter signaling me, because they were so offended that I noticed that I had the gall to notice that Lana lost all of that extra weight.
Mary sent me a message before the show. She said, when there's not enough topics to talk about, become the topic.
Become the content, literally. I knew that they were gonna get mad, but I didn't know it was gonna get this bad. Like, I currently am getting ratioed on Twitter over this, but they said, Twitter is so effing sick. I hate all these insufferable bitches. This actually genuinely makes me effing depressed.
Wah, wah.
These posts are making me lose all hope and faith in society. I effing hate it here and all these stupid effing people that open their sorry excuse for a mouth and spew BS like this.
You know there's a power off button on your phone.
And the only thing I said was that Lana is skinny again. And implied that that's a good thing.
No, you're a bigot. No, you can't say that. You're
I'm
not
not
allowed to say that.
This is just like over identifying with a celebrity.
Yeah. No, that's what really upsets me about the Taylor Swift saga that we saw with the Super Bowl. It's not so much that she was viewed everywhere. It's these people think they are Taylor Swift. They think that she knows them.
I saw a meme this weekend that said Swifties are just juggalos from two-parent households.
But yeah, I think that, you're kind of criticizing Lana in a way because clearly she lost the weight because she wanted to be skinny. So is there something wrong with us noticing that?
No, you're offending her larger fans, I think.
Yeah, they said she's gorgeous at any size, but I bet a lot of fans who have larger bodies also feel extremely judged by these rude, backhanded compliments. Stan culture really needs to chill.
There's no such thing as good stan culture anyways, so they're wrong about that.
It reminds me of when these fangirls see someone and they need to make that person or character, they need to make that a representation of them. And then there was a meme that showed like a bunch of like people from all different backgrounds seeing the guy from Dragon Ball Z and they're like, that is me.
Well, that's guys. Guys can identify with great characters. Women want to see characters that look like them.
Yeah, it's basically dragging someone down to rock bottom with you and not letting them.
It's also the height of narcissism. Guess what? Most people don't live lives worthy of storytelling. They do not. Most of us live boring, everyday lives where you drag your ass out of bed, you get ready, you go to work, you come home, you watch something on Netflix, and you go to sleep. Fine, that's good, but that's not what entertainment is supposed to be. Entertainment is supposed to aspire to something higher. If you believe that your life is the height of storytelling, then write an autobiography and don't make everybody else have to identify with your shit.
The more I read your tweet, it's really not that bad.
It's not like I said, she was so ugly before when she was fat. I hated her when she was fat. I never streamed her music when she was fat. I'm literally just saying, it's a good thing that she is back at a healthy weight again. She looks gorgeous.
But remember, even Lizzo is very, very healthy. Remember that. Remember
yes,
that.
has nothing to do with
so
health.
Size does not indicate your health, Mary.
By the way, the OP said, as someone who's always been considered a bigger girl, it actually makes me want to cry. We can never effing win. Nothing ever changes in society, and nothing is ever going to change. I can't believe how effing normalized it is to comment on other people's bodies or weight like this. You're right. Nothing is ever going to change because beauty standards don't change. They're objective. They're not subjective. No one is ever going to change what they find attractive to make you feel comfortable. That's
at least on the macro scale.
The sooner you accept that, the better.
Did Elon like the tweet?
No, why?
One of the comments on the Reddit post, it says the way that Elon liked the post, and there's a screenshot of his likes. And your tweets
really?
Yeah.
Epic.
How does Elon not have his likes hidden?
No, he wants people to know.
It could also, but there's no way to tell if this is actually his account.
I have no idea. I feel like I would have noticed, but I don't think I follow him. Actually, so I don't know.
People are mad because Lana Del Rey is skinny again, and Alan Richardson has to talk about politics so they don't get mad at him for working out.
Yeah. There's clearly a double standard here. Another one screenshotted my post on X and said, the amount of tweets similar to this, which I've seen alone, have been enough to show the hate train never really stopped. These tweets have also been coming from her stans too, which leads me to question, are you actually a stan? Because that isn't shown by your behavior.
Just be like, hey, I'm on the side of the old American Medical Association who said that being skinny will allow you to live longer. I want Lana to live a long time.
There's that old
I also
saying,
want her to be attractive.
Who died and made you queen? Well, these righteous stans obviously feel that they are in control.
Who died and made you stan?
Exactly. I mean, they think that they can decide. Like, I'm sorry, if you're a super fan and you're beefing with another super fan on what it means to be a super fan, you guys have
get a life.
It's
like there's no hope for you. Like, I'm not even saying that I'm a stan. Like, I am a casual listener, casual fan of Lana Del Rey. I like her music. I like her look. And regardless of health, let's just be real. We want public figures in this industry to be attractive. Like, that's not a bad thing.
It's because when you point out the fact that she's skinny, you were reminding the people that they are not. And they're not upset about you. They're upset the fact that they are not doing what they need to do to get to that.
They're upset at themselves.
It's a self-report.
That she was overweight. Like, I don't know how much she did weigh, but they liked when she was bigger because they're like, oh, she's like me now. She's just like me.
And this is the same thing that happened with Adele, where people got very mad when Adele lost the weight. Or even Rebel Wilson, who said, look, my doctor said if I wanted to have kids, it would be a good idea for me to lose weight. Those people would yell at the doctor before they would look in the mirror.
The weird thing about this is like Lana isn't getting any hate for her weight loss. I'm getting hate for noticing the fact that she lost weight and saying something about it.
But you're not allowed to notice it. You need to like sweep it under the rug and pretend
Isn't that
it's all
quite strange? Like, you're just supposed to act like you never notice how people look these days.
Yes.
It's very weird.
Everyone is beautiful. No one is wrong. Like,
so I responded to this person and I put a before and after. One was from her in December last year and one was from Coachella. You can see there is quite a noticeable difference in her weight. She dropped it pretty quickly. If Ozempic had anything to do with that, then fine. Like, that's not healthy.
I saw a nerdy film girl in the chat saying she's glad that everybody in Hollywood, that Ozempic is around because Kelly Clarkson's looking thin these days. I'm like, let's go.
I mean, that's like, whatever. Like, I don't think that it's the best way to lose weight because it has nothing to do with changing your lifestyle. But ultimately, I think what matters to me more is that entertainers care about how they look still. So I said, I want Lana to be skinny because no one can be their most happy, confident, healthy, or attractive when they're fat. Tell me this isn't a dramatic improvement from just a few months ago.
There's a $20 one there from Francisco Sanchez Jr.
He said, with his ultraviolence, I can hear sirens. He hit me and it felt like a kiss. I can hear violins. Give me all that ultraviolence, LDR.
I'm waiting.
I don't think I've ever heard a Lana Del Rey song.
Guys, I'm waiting for
most people have.
There's one
they don't
with
know they have.
A$AP Rocky. It's like Groupie Love
Summer
or something.
Bummer, or was that?
I think it's
Groupie
called
Love was
Groupie
pretty
Love.
good. That's a
Yeah.
very Coachella song.
That's the only one I know.
I'm waiting for this crisis party to go off, and I'm kind of terrified after years of making
are
fun
we
of
due
Dane.
for one now?
I'm kind of waiting for it.
Nah, you'll be fine.
It'll be
Do
great.
you guys want me to pull up this before and after of
Sure.
Lana Del Rey?
Yeah, show it.
Yeah, you can see, like, you know, she wasn't like obese, okay, but she was definitely overweight. And now it's like she's not even like
I mean, that's a
heroin chic today.
That's a pretty dramatic difference.
Yeah. Thank you.
Every time.
But you can see, like,
Satan.
she doesn't even look unhealthy skinny. She just looks normal. And that's
Yeah,
fine.
If
Like,
this was Lana music, I'd listen to it.
yeah, I don't think
That's,
she has any songs that sound like a crisis party.
Crisis party song.
We need a Lana crisis party.
Oh, that'd be cool.
But you can see, like, no one is celebrating her for being an unhealthy level of
Yeah, he's
skinny.
obese. I mean, I do think that's a pretty big difference.
She didn't, like, carry it well.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, let's be honest
when
about
you have
that.
dramatic, like whether you're losing weight or adding weight dramatically in a short amount of time, it can look weird. You know, it can definitely.
I don't even think 3 months or 4 months
Well,
is like that short.
to lose the weight. Well, how long did it take her to gain the weight? Is my question.
That was longer.
Was it longer?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
I
her
mean, she
weight
looks
has
good.
fluctuated.
She looks good. Yeah. It's like it's not like. I don't know why they're so upset. They're upset because they don't see themselves.
No,
in her.
this is a byproduct of the fact that all celebrities now are supposed to be an extension of a bunch of neurotic and self-involved people. You're not allowed to just be your own person, go through your own transformation,
Social media.
which used to be something that they would celebrate. I remember my favorite was ever like some celebrity actress would have a baby, then they would be on a magazine cover like 2 months later and be stick thin, and then they'd be like, "How I got skinny after baby
Yeah.
number 3," and then women started saying that all of that was toxic, and that's one thing. It's one thing to say you had a kid and then you immediately lost all that weight. Maybe you don't need to do it quite that fast. It's a whole other thing to say losing weight at all is toxic.
Well, social media is also giving the illusion of people that like you can actually be friends with these celebrities, right? Like, because now you're more connected. You're not reading Lana in a magazine. You're reading her tweets. So now you feel like she's your friend. That you guys know each other.
Yeah.
I just saw that Pearl responded to me and just said she's on drugs. Like, how do we
Okay,
know
Pearl.
that?
It's possible.
How do we know that?
I mean, but, either way, does that negate anything?
Doesn't negate that she looks better
that
now.
We've talked about.
I didn't ask how she got there.
I didn't-
I just said that she did.
Yeah, and that she
if
looks
that's-
better.
And if that's like if the anti-stands or whatever you want to call them that have been beefing with you, Mary, if they want to come at you and be like, listen, it wasn't a real weight loss, she used drugs, sure, I'll hear that argument out.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. But that's not what they're saying.
But
They're
they just
saying
think
you
that,
can't
like-
point it out at all.
Yeah, you can't even notice that there's a difference. And there's been like discourse around this for a long time. I looked up like Lana Del Rey, like weight fluctuation, and I saw all these headlines. Lana Del Rey deserves better than being body shames. Fans defend Lana Del Rey as she's body shamed for new look. Lana Del Rey cruelly trolled over weight.
You know what it
Quote,
is?
worse than 9/11. Trolling over Lana Del Rey's body proves that hypocrisy is alive and well.
You know what it is? You know what Ozempic is becoming? It's like the DEI claim of weight loss, where it's like everybody who loses weight naturally has to now
Ozempic.
prove
Stolen
that they
valor.
didn't do Ozempic, just like anybody
Well, what
who
do you-
is of.
How are you supposed to do that? Because when you take the gym selfies, you get ridiculed too.
Yep.
So like, how are you supposed to prove you had an actual like natural weight loss if you're just gonna get blasted for the extremism of working out?
Yeah.
You can't win. You cannot win, and that's why I don't engage with the insanity, because you will not win. Their goal is not to like win an argument or sound logical. The goal is just to beat you into submission. That's all it is.
I think the prevalence of Ozempic in Hollywood right now proves their hypocrisy around these things. Because clearly, all of these people who preach about body positivity and inclusivity and beauty standards are subjective, all at the end of the day, all of them want to be skinny, and that's never going to change. All of them are vain, and they know that they want to be skinny. That's all that matters to them. And they're not willing to do the work to make it there. So they need to use this experimental drug that essentially gives them medicalized bulimia to puke their guts out and make them not hungry because they have no willpower.
I mean, back in the day, they at least did it with,
Is that what it does?
speed.
Because I can't imagine.
It basically means you can't be hungry anymore.
But then where does your energy come from? Like, are you not like just like running on fumes?
That's the thing.
day?
You still have to eat to not die, but they don't they're not hungry anymore. It's killed their appetite, so it makes them throw up.
No one said losing weight is easy. It can be a very difficult thing, but that's the beauty in it, is that you know, even though it's so difficult.
It's very
back in the
simple.
day, they had the dignity
That's
to just do
possible,
speed.
definitely.
That's what they did to lose weight, you know?
Yeah.
The opposite of hair, you know, it's kind of like there's two roads. Which way Western women, heroin chic, Adderall chic, or in this case, I guess, speed chic. Now, you know, they got specialized drugs for it.
Or it's, you know, Lizzo health. Like, that's the thing. They're like, oh, do you see what she's dancing and running around on stage? And I'm like, yes, but that doesn't necessarily, like, she's very active and capable for her weight, but it does not mean, like, she's healthy or we should strive to become that.
You can only be healthy in spite of being obese,
and
not because
to give them the benefit of the
obese.
doubt, let's say she's actually in great health. She's the exception, not the rule.
Also, just let me be clear. I really care far less about these people being healthy than them being attractive. That I'm gonna be honest. I am shallow. Like I emphasized this when we were talking about Lizzo. It is important to be attractive.
Well, someone said in the chat, they said the song "Video" killed the radio star. They're like, it's just becoming so apparent now more than ever. Is that like you have to be attractive now? Like even with what you're saying is proof of that song. Is that like you can't hide behind a microphone and a speaker anymore. Like you need to make an appearance on a screen.
Sure.
And it's like, yeah,
Be aspirational.
if you're not attractive, it's just not gonna work.
We got a $20 from
Corey Anderson.
Corey Anderson. He said, how can we worry about Lana Del Rey's weight loss when there's something I don't know how to spell genocide? Also, I am driving.
Yes, there is a genocide going on in Gaza, and the idea that you would care about weight loss when such atrocities are happening in Israel and Iran and all of these things are happening and Iron Dome and all that stuff, how can you care when the world is exploding?
I'm just a bad person.
There was somebody said over the weekend, they said, I love like their timeline on Twitter because it's like genocide, war, and then me, I'm like Terminator Salvation was like the third best Terminator after Terminator 2 and Terminator 1. It's far superior
You're
to
a
Terminator
palate
3,
cleanser.
Genesis, and Dark Fate.
You could totally, Brett, start like not a gimmick account, but like one of those accounts just like white pill, just all white pill content. I guarantee
That's what my account is now.
But
It's
you
all white pill
just
content.
like you just rack up the followers.
By the way, be safe. I'm not going to tell you like not to super chat, but super chatting while driving doesn't sound safe.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.